Definitely Jess, yes. Jess, you are you work tomorrow, you gotta take it easy day.
I'll probably have to edit some photos tomorrow.
Oh, so yeah, doing what we love, that's not real work.
Well, I mean, I technically work tomorrow, but I don't have to go until like 2:45, so I'm good.
So is it time for me to get put on the spot myself here?
Yes, sir.
You have a good idea.
I do.
Okay.
We're going to do a new segment this evening where I'm going to ask some questions here, and we're going to call it Fish Are Friends.
Fish are friends. I don't have an appropriate sound.
Get some bubbles blowing or something.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
what else do I got? Do I have anything else good we can play? I have that.
Or a quote from Finding Nemo or something. There you go. That's a good one. That works.
All right. Fish are friends, not food.
All right.
So you have an idea to ask me something.
Yes.
Right? Oh, boy.
All right.
Boy, when I don't mentally prepare for this stuff, I could be in for something good.
All right, sir.
All right.
Just off the top of your head, what are your top 5 metal go-to albums?
Top 5 metal go-to albums.
Yes.
First off the bat is Rust in Peace. Megadeth.
Okay. Classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes me off to a couple places, gets the anger out.
I'm sure.
This is so hard because I kind of have go-to albums depending on my mood.
Well, if you need to add honorable mentions at the end, you can.
Okay. All right. But top 5. Definitely, we're going to say Megadeth, Rust in Peace. And I'm going to go old school here because this is what kicked it off for me, and it was Van Halen 1.
Oh, okay,
that
sure.
That takes me out. That's if I want to trip down memory lane now. But at the time...
No one should give you any trouble for that.
Yeah. Van Halen 1 for sure.
Of course.
Okay. So let's get a little heavier here. I gotta say, Reborn, Living Sacrifice is in that top 5.
Ooh,
yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. It's a great record.
I use it a lot, and I mean, even another podcast I'm producing, I have a Reborn song on there.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fundamental.
You know
release.
what I mean? For voiceover stuff. All right, so that's number 3. Number 4, I have to do a Metallica album. And again, I've told this story before, so I'm not going to bore everyone again how I got introduced to Metallica. It's a cool story. Go back and listen to another episode. Definitely Master of Puppets.
Oh yeah,
no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, that one's Battery, Master of the title track, Sanitarium, Disposable Heroes, Orion.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, and that's by far, I think. I probably should have put that one higher up on the list, actually.
Well, it doesn't have to be in order. It doesn't have to be in order because you have to think about it. Yeah.
And number 5, I gotta stay old school, and it's not. I don't know. You really can call Rush a metal band at all, but
hard rock metal, whatever.
Yeah, it has to be 2112 again, just because it was my first experience.
Yeah.
And the thing about that album is that experience changed as I got older.
Oh yeah,
right. So
like it means different things for you now from when you first heard it.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love that when you listen to a record.
I listened to it as a kid, and it was just like, wow, this is really cool. They do a sad song kind of and sad ballad. Definitely one about smoking some leaf, which is really good. And then of course the whole first side of the album.
Yeah,
tells a story, and then when you're young, you don't really. I didn't get it. I had no idea what they were singing about.
Oh yeah,
and then you get older, and listen to Rush with some headphones and some Leaf, and the whole experience changes.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't hear that before. And that's a for sure thing how that evolved. And then you get a little bit older and study the lyrics and. Then you're like, wow, what a story.
Yeah, I understand what you mean though. Like when you,
but it changes as it get older. So then the story spoke to me. And like I've had a visual idea for 2112 in my brain of what a short film would look like.
Sure.
For probably half my life now.
Yeah.
In my mid-20s, it was a thing that took me off, and I could picture it.
That's a sign of a good artist, right?
Yes. So I would say those are my 5 go-to albums.
Awesome.
Top of the list. What about you? Let's hear yours. Yeah. And I creeped your. I gotta confess, I creeped your Facebook, and I was looking at some of the metal fests you went to. Like I was looking at posts for you from like 6 years ago.
Oh, really? I don't even.
And you were moshing. You were moshing at a festival in New Hampshire.
Oh, okay.
And it was like a really blurry picture, but
I was probably so fast.
yes, that's what it was. Soulfest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So it was cool. It was a cool photo though.
Okay. Top 5. No particular order.
No particular order, and this will be interesting coming from a guitar player. No pressure.
All right. So
sometimes I think it changes, but what is it right now?
It does. Sometimes it does change, but I would say right now the top 5. The first one is City of Evil by Avenged Sevenfold. I don't care how much shit I get for that. I'll rep that band till I die. But I got that record right when I started playing guitar, and for anyone that's heard it, obviously it's a complete masterclass on guitar. So it just gave me this incredible high goal to achieve right when I started.
Yeah.
So that'd be the first one. I would say Pantera Far Beyond Driven. It's probably number 2 on that list.
Very good choice.
Go Lamb of God's Resolution album.
Oh, wow.
That's a favorite. Front to back, it's solid, consistent, and every song is different. After that, it gets a little trickier.
It does. Because again, it sometimes will, just sticking with 5. I guess I have favorites that I rotate myself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I get stuck.
Sure. Like the first 3 are like
stuck.
easier. Then when you get to 4 and 5, it's like,
Yeah, right.
I guess you have to throw a Metallica one in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably go. See, I could go Puppets or I could go Black Album. Either way, because
really?
Oh yeah,
Go to Black Album.
I like the Black Album because I appreciate the genius of looking at that whole monster that is Metallica and going, what if I condensed this to 5 minutes, made the BPM slower, and just beat the shit out of everybody with the production of it? I just love the genius of that.
That sounds so beautiful.
Right? I could go either way.
And is that like a prelude to hearing a riff from a Sidewinder new Sidewinder stuff? I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm just
it's all good.
like, no, I can't play. That's good though. We're liking it. Well, I like those choices. So
yeah,
you still have one more, I believe.
I got one more. Okay, let's see here. Okay, all right. There's probably a bunch I'm forgetting, but I'll shout out Slipknot's new records.
Oh, okay. There you go.
We Are Not Your
number
Kind.
5.
Yeah. I think it's awesome.
I have not listened to the entire thing yet.
Oh, it's so good.
I've been so wrapped up in the local scene here, seriously.
That's a good reason, though.
Yeah.
That's a good reason.
I'll tell you what I did recently, soak in its entirety multiple times, is the new Lacuna Coil. And if you have not, I mean, do you like that? Do you like the dual male-female vocals?
I do like them, actually,
Yes.
but I've not heard their new record.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty dark.
I'm actually pretty
dark.
sure Jim Root is dating or at least was with their frontwoman.
Oh, really?
Pretty sure.
Oh, there's a fact I don't know. But if you have not checked that out, that's highly recommended. And the new Tool album. Those are the two.
Oh, yeah.
Korn, I breezed through it. I still haven't even really.
Oh, my God. Korn's new album?
I know.
Front to back.
Don't go on that.
Oh, it's probably my favorite since Issues. I got one more for you.
Okay. One more set of questions?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. I was going off 5s, but if you can't think of 5, that's okay. Like top 5 live shows where you went and saw the band and was like, wow, this is what it's about right here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go 5-1 on this.
Okay.
With one definitely taking the cake.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
They're not all metal.
No, that's fine.
Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Not all mine are. So
these are shows that, literally were pivotal, monumental moments in my life, for sure. The first one that I went to, really as a teenager, again, I was kind of held back from that world until I could drive and buy my own tickets.
sure.
So it was about 16,
Yeah.
and the first one that I saw was AC/DC.
Oh,
Yeah.
What a first one.
AC/DC, and it was at the odd. Now back then, it was you were into AC/DC, Rat. I was on kind of like the hair metal side of it, right?
For sure.
Rat,
When I first
Van
got
Halen,
guitar, my
Arena
dad
Rock.
my dad was picking it up, and he's like, "Here's this Rat riff."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rat was another one, but that
Lay it
AC/DC
down.
show was it. It was the Money Talk. That was that tour.
Okay.
They were dropping Angus Young dollar bills from it was an amazing experience. Really was first one, and that was where half my money went.
Hooked from there.
The next year, yeah.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty memorable. Next one has got to be Rush.
Okay.
In Toronto.
Of course.
And I actually
Home territory.
I actually have the date here. Yeah. That was the first time I had seen the band in their hometown, and let me tell you, there's nothing there's no treat. Buffalo's a close second because so many Toronto people come, but when they're on their home turf.
Oh yeah.
And it was the Roll the Bones in 91. May. It was May. And so that is definitely up there with number 4.
Oh yeah.
So, moving on. You'd think this would be
Easier, right?
there'd be other bands included with this, but I have one that totally changed my opinion in a negative way about a band too. It was like one of the
Okay.
worst disappointments.
Well, those are good too.
Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
When
was this?
this was the summer of '92, and
Okay.
and it was Metallica touring with them.
Ooh.
Okay, and Faith No More.
This was during like the.
So
Okay.
yeah, it was I might get beef for this, but Metallica and Faith No More blew Guns N' Roses away. Totally blew them away. First of all, Guns N' Roses was late. There was like a 3-hour gap in between Metallica and Guns N' Roses, and it was supposed, that was excessive. It was the middle of summer in Buffalo. People were drunk, passing out.
Right, for what I've heard from that time period.
Yeah. So also, just to kind of give you the time period, it was a couple of days after James Hetfield was burned.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he got burned by the pyro up in Toronto, actually.
Yeah.
So he wasn't playing guitar, but yeah, Guns N' Roses, I walked out of there and I just what an ass. I just, I was disappointed terribly because it would have been, it was the first time I'd ever seen him. And now I understand Axl's gotten a lot better, but he wiped out on stage. He was so drunk, he fell and got up and threw the microphone and walked off during Sweet Child of Mine. And, it's just really, it was a negative experience. So,
I can understand that.
yeah. Next one is Billy Joel.
Okay.
This
I
is-
like you're throwing some curveballs.
Yes.
I like that.
That experience, I actually went with my girlfriend and her mom and dad. They loved them too. So, first of all, you had this broad. I was 16 or 17. Saw him in Buffalo. Gosh, I wish I could remember who else played with them, but I can see the stage. And man, let me tell you, Billy Joel, number 3 best show I've ever seen. Would you have thought that? I mean,
I wouldn't have guessed, but I kind of have an open mind like that too. So I don't like just one thing.
It was so good. It was just a moving experience. I mean, if you've seen him, people get it. It was just phenomenal. And this was mid to late 80s. Gosh, it had to be 86 or 87 because I was still in high school and dating this girl, Kim. And her name's 2 layers down on my left arm, by the way.
That's awesome.
I do have it covered up twice.
Her name's 2 layers down on my left arm.
We're not going to say any last names. But that was my first tattoo, Kim, on the left arm. Big mistake. Waste of money. Don't do it.
So we're not going to say her name. Kim.
Well, I'm not saying her last name.
That's funny.
So, yeah, that was number 3.
See, that's awesome. Number 3 led to a story about a tattoo that I would have never known.
Yes. Number 2, I'm going to have to say, gosh, this is so hard because I know what my number 1 is. No wavering there.
I'm excited.
There's kind of a tie for number 2.
That's okay. You can have a tie. The court will allow.
Really? Okay. So, tied for number 2 was Disturbed in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
It was the Believe tour.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yes. I think Trapped, it was their first time out, and there was a couple bands that are pretty big now that they're Chevelle played.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they were
Yeah.
brand new then. This is
Okay.
2002.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds. Yeah. that
Late
sounds all right.
2001, early 2002, so 18 years ago. That was by far the best. I don't know, there was something about that experience that Draymond did that night. The sound was perfect. It like penetrated your chest, or chest rattled.
Oh yeah.
But it was clear. That Metallica in Tampa was pretty cool too.
I'm
That
thinking
was
about-
2002. That was pretty killer. That was just an insane show. It was the most drunk people carried out in stretchers I've ever seen. One of those deals. But so wrapping up, definitely Roger Waters' The Wall.
All right.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it.
That's one
That
that
was
when
an
you were
experience that
when you were
that's just-
talking about earlier about ones that you hear when you're younger and then you hear when you're older.
Yes. I had an experience with that as well, around 12, 13, listening to it, listening to, the girl saying, want to take a bath, and you're
Yeah.
12, 13, hitting that age going, what is this all about,
Sure. Now I'm listening. I'm
And then
26 and listening to Mother and like, oh my god.
So now we're
Yeah.
leaf rambling. So we got almost an hour and 45 minutes worth of material. I think we're going to do 2 episodes. This
You
was so
should.
good.
You
We had a
should.
blast. Yeah, let's go munch some. I got the munchies.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go have a snack. And Jessica is off doing something, but
I don't know.
she
Maybe
was
she
great.
beat us
I
to
know.
a snack
I know,
game.
right? I
Yeah.
think so. But yeah, we'll see you at the show. Thanks for listening to Music Setting Metal. Coming up next episode, we're going to have Ryan Lessard from Chemical Rose, possibly another band member. They are playing at the Cobra coming up on the 29th with
Yes.
Crusade. So he'll be coming up on the next episode, which will be actually comes out just before their show on the 29th. So that'll be coming out. Actually, we'll probably air it, and we might even do some recording at that show, the first time going mobile. So
All right.
that's coming up in an episode, and we got Crusade, Divisive coming, and Of Serpents. So, Brother Tim, lots of
sir.
stuff we didn't even get to tonight, but we'll talk about it in other stuff. Good, you're a good wingman.
Well, thank you.
This was fun.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked it. So, hey, Fish, gonna shut down the electric fishbowl, get some groceries inside the gut here.
Yes.
But in the meantime, hey, you want to make the world a better place, commit a random act of kindness to a complete stranger. Peace.